Greetings, brothers and sisters. What is up? Welcome back to yet another one from us. I am trusting and hoping and believing that everything is well on your side. And I'm hoping that you will hold vigil with me for the next coming days as I bring you news as they happen in our beautiful continent of Africa. So I'm coming to you with news from Niger. Beautiful news coming in from Niger is that Niger is just about to open a school of oil and gas in the year 2024 and 2025. So a school will be established in Niger just to teach our young children about our minerals, the oil and the gas that is at its highest disposal in Niger. What a time to be alive. So this is what the news says. In March 2024, the government of Niger under General Chiani announced the creation of their own school of oil and gas. Registrations are open for the academic year 2024-2025. The rector of the university, Andre Salifo, is pleased to announce the opening of pre-registrations for new baccalaureate graduates, which is high school, wishing to continue their studies at the National School of Oil and Gas, ENPG. So the departments available are exploration, so this is exploration of hydrocarbons, EEH, that's EEH, and then there's petroleum processing engineering, GPP, and then the study cycle goes like this. So there's high technicians for 3 years, and then there's also ENPG, which is a common core, where students will start with a common core to acquire the essential basics before specializing to the different fields. You know, this is beautiful news, brothers and sisters. I think we've waited for years since independence, since what we call freedom of the African countries. This is now what we call freedom. This is now what we call democracy, development. You cannot develop your country unless you know what your country has. Our soils are so rich in minerals. Our soils have so many treasures hidden in them. But it's not us that know what is in our soils. It's not us that know how to exploit what our soils has hidden for years and years and years and years. Our ancestors knew about this. They had their skills of doing them. And the colonizer came, you guys, and wrapped off every information that we had. The skills that our forefathers passed on, they were wrapped off from our systems by just putting us in education systems that are very useless to the African child. And I'll keep saying that useless because this education system that we have is just for controlling our minds, for brainwashing us, for making us see ourselves as inferior, as not even capable of doing anything about the minerals that we have, even about our own problems that we face in daily basis. Like, people can't even think nowadays, you guys. You find that somebody has a small problem, they can't even think of a way out. They can't even think of a solution because the kind of education that we have been bombarded with is one that erases everything, even your own DNA that can help you to think out of the box, to be creative, to try and look for ways in which you can survive. You literally cannot. Why do we see a lot of suicide issues in Africa? People feel like, I'm just done. There's nothing for me in this world. I have no solution for my own problems, when the solutions are just embedded in your own DNA. I mean, now this is the kind of education system that we need. How do we exploit our own minerals? For years and years and years, we've been told that the investors, these people that are capable of mining our resources, can only come from a world far from ours. Like, I mean, our people have believed that the generation of the kind of leaders that we have right now in Africa, your likes of Nigerian president, the likes of Cameroonian president, 91 years, I mean, how can you even lead a country with all those years? That's the time to be relaxing and looking at, young people taking over and leading the country to where it's supposed to be. We are the young people. We are the ones who knows the problem that are currently facing our own society. We understand them better because we are the ones living in this generation which needs to develop the same continent. How can we now rely on an elder to lead us and to help us to develop our own continent? So, General Abdurrahman Chani, we will always and forever salute you, sir, because this is the way forward. Actually, we should be learning about our own minerals as soon as we are born. You are told that, the area that you come from, people do this, people smear iron, people, there's gold, you can exploit it this way. This is the kind of jewels you can be doing. We add value to our own minerals. We should not even be wasting our time waking up to systems that put us in chains and shackles to say 7 a.m. you should be in class, lunchtime, I don't know, it's this time. after school is this time. By the time this child gets out of school with nothing that they've gained, their brain is tired. You can't even teach them skills that are very useful for their own, for their own self and their own being as an African. When they get home, all they want to do is just to rest, and they still homework. So you see that the system is just making us forever enslaved in our own heads and in our own continent. I mean, how do you waste your whole day at school and come back at home and have a whole pile of homework? So life is all about learning these things that are not helpful to you. I mean, General Abdurrahman Chiani, this is the kind of system that we want. This is the way forward for Africa. This is what we've been longing for. And for us to live in such a time where we are experiencing this firsthand, I cannot thank my ancestors and the Almighty God for keeping me until this day, for me to be part of this, revolution, for me to be part of bringing you news about the beautiful developments that we are seeing in Africa. In Kenya, you have a system where you have a lot of engineers. There's a lot of engineers in this country. My husband included is an engineer. But when you look at the way that engineers are frustrated in this country, especially graduate engineers, you are told that, I don't know, you need to pay this so much amount of money for you to be a member. And this is a young guy who has not even started practicing. This is a guy who doesn't even have a job. But we are told for you to be acknowledged as an engineer or as a practicing, engineer, or as somebody who's legible to do some jobs, you need to have worked for 10 years. There's just so many conditions that you wonder, where do we get all of these experiences, you guys, if even the jobs are not available for an engineer? You're told you need to pay a certain amount of money for the certificate. Just a lot of frustration. I wish I was here to tell you guys about the frustrations that they are facing as engineers, especially in a country like Kenya. And this is Africa. So look at Niger. I mean, you guys, this kid, by the time he finishes, he or she, they've gained a lot of knowledge. They've gained a lot of experience in the field. They know the minerals. They know how to exploit gas, their oil. They know how to add value. They will be the ones to standardize the markets. They will be the ones in control. I swear, in the next 5-10 years, why am I even going so far? In the next 3-5 years, Niger will not be the same Niger that we are seeing right now, just because General decided to take a stand and say, we are learning about our own minerals. We are learning about our resources. We are the ones to exploit. We are the ones to add value. We are the ones to take charge. We are taking control of our country. And it begins with what God has blessed you with. Minerals. If you can't do that, if you still rely on foreigners to come and exploit your own minerals, trust me, there's no development in that country. Salute once again, General Abdurrahman Chiani. We salute you. We are forever excited about the news that you keep on bringing to the world, and we'll forever say thank you for showing us a way. Thank you, AES. We know that once one of the AES countries starts something, it's bound to happen in all these other countries. We just can't wait to see this taking shape in all the other AES countries. Brothers and sisters, let me know what you think about this. I am excited. I am just like, wow. When you think you've heard it all, you've gotten it all from these countries, more just keeps on coming. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.